You guys ever heard of the series called the World Series? Did anybody watch the latest World Series?
No.
Nobody? You did?
Yeah.
Who did you root for?
Kansas City.
Me too. Was it a distraction for you? Was it a distraction for you, the World Series? No? Not at all? Okay. That's okay. Have you guys ever had a moment where you have these tragic or horrific moments that you can't let it go at all? Any moment? Well, for me, for example, I've had some, but sports for me is my favorite distraction. I'm sorry to say that. I enjoy watching sports, especially baseball and the World Series, and even doing research on it. It's my thing. Sports is in my blood, okay? Just watching. So, today, overcoming tragic and horrific moments can be very overwhelming. However, there are ways to get you out of that just for a few hours, especially this one right here, which I will talk about. So today I will talk about the events leading up to the World Series, the 2001 World Series, and of course, the aftermath of the 2001 World Series. So you guys remember this picture, this horrific picture of 9/11? I'm sure you guys were very, very young at that time. Well, prior to that moment, the New Yorkers and everyone in the United States were going about their lives, just normal lives, everything was just safe. However, once that occurred, everything just halted, including the 2001 Major League Baseball season. And every day from that point on was just another mourning, another funeral, and another day for firefighters and the ground crew just searching for dead bodies or anyone who survived. Well, everyone thought that baseball should just go away, no more baseball. However, Jerry Coleman stated in the documentary Baseball Remembers 9/11 in 2011 that you have to move on with your life. You can't stop living. So Major League Baseball, according to the Arizona Wildcat by the Associated Press, Bud Selig, the commissioner, stated that they will continue with the World Series, and as a result, well, the New York Yankees right here, if you see, 160 wins, so what? They beat the best team, the Seattle Mariners, and advanced to the 2001 World Series. So now that I talked about the the events, I will talk about the World Series itself, which you will enjoy, I hope. So the 2001 World Series was between the three-time defending champion Yankees against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and everyone expected this series to be an epic Game 7 finish. Well, unfortunately, the first two games that were played in Arizona, it didn't turn out that way. These two pitchers from their team, Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson, beat them so badly. But going back to New York, things were going to be different. So prior to Game 3, President Bush threw out the first pitch. Yes, I'm sorry. However, the first pitch that he threw out really, really helped the New Yorkers and everyone go about their lives, giving the thumbs up, saying, yes, I'm not afraid of terrorists. I will go about throwing this first pitch, and he threw a very impressive pitch that really got everyone roaring. So after the Yankees won Game 3, Games 4 and 5 became known as surreal. In Game 4, the Yankees trailed, going into the 9th inning, but they tied the game miraculously. And prior to the Game 4, there has never been a baseball game in November. Well, the legendary Derek Jeter changed all that when November came and he hit the home run to tie the series. In Game 5, the Yankees again trailed by 2 going into the 9th inning. But again, they tied the game, and eventually went on to win in extra innings again. As Yogi Berra stated in an interview, he said, it's deja vu all over again. So the Yankees went back home, went back to Arizona, and just needed one more win to win the whole series. Well, unfortunately, they got beat so bad, 15-2, going to Game 7, setting up an epic Game 7. It turned out to be a pitcher's duel in Game 7, but as they always say in Game 7, the horrific phrase, anything can happen. So in Game 7, the Yankees had a 2-1 lead going to the 9th inning, but their Mr. Automatic pitcher named Mariano Rivera blew the save, and eventually, as you can see right here in that picture, Jay Bell scored the winning run for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Yankees lost. Eventually, in the end, ESPN by Dave Schoenfield in October 26, 2012, up to that point. He and his pollings ranked the 2001 World Series Game 7 as the number 2 out of the top 10 World Series games ever played. So now that you know about the World Series itself, I will talk about the aftermath. Well, in the aftermath of the World Series, yes, the Yankees may have lost the World Series. It was so sad. Everybody wanted to win for New York. But what New York gained out of it was so much. The Yankee, all the fans, all the baseball, all the nation, they really were thrilled by the moment. That it became the greatest distraction rather than seeing the CNN news of the dead body. I mean, people jumping from the Twin Towers, the towers coming down over and over. You get the whole point. Rich Kaufman wrote in an article on 10 years after the World Series stating that for 3 hours, everyone was focused on the white lines and just the white lines only. And also, from Yard Garter, Russell stated that in the World Series, he thanked everyone. He thanked the World Series for actually being played the right way and got everybody back on track. That was actually the big jolt that everybody needed. So to conclude with my speech, I would like to state that Mark Grace, in an article, The World Series That Meant Nothing But Everything, stated that in that World Series, baseball became very, very important, not only to the baseball fans, but to the whole country. Thank you.